Welcome everyone to the debut episode of this ECW Universe Mode as ECW lives, and we come from the arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And let's head to the ring to hear from the man who made all of this possible, none other than Paul Heyman himself. And let's hear what Heyman has to say as ECW is back. Heyman saying it's great to be back here in the arena, welcoming everyone back, and he's going to keep it short and simple because he knows these fans will here want action. And he's just informing everyone the ECW World Heavyweight Champion will be determined in 4 weeks at our debut pay-per-view event, Barely Legal. And as Paul Heyman just said in the promo opening up the show, the ECW Championship will be determined in a tournament, with the finals taking place in 4 weeks at Barely Legal. As we open up ECW with the first piece of action, it is Jerry Lynn taking on Rob Van Dam. Of course, Extreme Rules are applied, and this is a first round matchup in the ECW World Heavyweight Championship tournament that Paul Heyman was speaking of. One of these two men could be in with a chance of being crowned our first ever, the first ECW champion of the return era in this universe mode. As Rob Van Dam goes for a quick cover and only a 1 count, Jerry Lynn kicking off. Could Van Dam, could Jerry Lynn? Of course, legendary rivals in the original ECW. We're back, and there's no better match I could think of to open up a show than the whole effing show versus Jerry Lynn. Battle of the whole effing shows, I should say. And you gotta think, both these men would make for great ECW champions. I believe Jerry Lynn is an ECW champion in the original. Van Dam, of course, legendary TV title reign. And of course, the WWE ECW version, he did hold the ECW championship, but not in the original era of ECW. If you want to count that, you can. But yeah, Van Dam in control here on the outside, just giving Jerry Lynn a piece of his mind, taunting him as he goes for that handstand moonsault on the concrete floor, and now just wearing down Jerry Lynn with that handstand headlock. Just trying to work over Lynn is Van Dam. And how Jerry able to reverse it with a arm drag, chopping Van Dam. Now what's he got planned? Dragging him, sending him into the barriers here at ringside. And of course, remember, ECW rules, Extreme Rules, no countouts, no disqualifications, all this is legal as Van Dam gets planted ribs first onto that concrete floor. And now Lynn picking him up. Van Dam, with working over the arm, sends him back into the ring. And now Van Dam back in himself. And just works over the leg, does RVD. And a big spin kick misses. Of course, as I mentioned, these two legendary matchups before know each other all too well. As Jerry Lynn uses the ropes to just take down Van Dam, and Jerry Lynn trying to get the crowd here in the ECW arena behind him. And a big lariat by Lynn draws Van Dam, follows it up with another one. Van Dam back up, duck under, misses with a lariat of his own. Drop kick by Jerry Lynn. And now Jerry Lynn, he's hulking up, he's fired up. And just a big straight punch to the face by Van Dam. But Jerry Lynn able to grab the arm for the Irish whip. And don't know what that was. Was it back elbow? Was it a leg lariat? I'm not quite sure. But it was effective, and Lynn goes for the cover. Again, only a 1 count, says our referee here tonight. And that just pissed off Van Dam as he just gets straight up, sends Lynn into the corner. And a big drop kick. And what made that worse, it wasn't just the drop kick. It then sent Jerry Lynn stomach first into the turnbuckle, as now that double on the hook suplex by Van Dam, only a 2 count. As RVD looking to fly. Is he going to go for it? He is. 5-star frog splash connects. This has to be a, can Jerry Lynn kick out of the 5-star? 1, 2. 2 count only. Jerry Lynn somehow kicks out of the 5-star frog splash from RVD. And now Van Dam grabs the legs. Leg drop. Van Dam back to his feet now. What has he got planned? Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Lynn gets the shoulder up at a count of 2. Van Dam cannot believe it. Van Dam trying to figure out what he needs to do to put away Jerry Lynn here tonight. And now RVD catches Lynn and just slingshots him onto the top rope. I thought RVD was about to go up top, but he goes for the cover instead. 1, 2. Lynn kicks out at 2 once again. RVD doing his karate pose and telling the crowd who he is. Rob Van Dam. As now, what's he going for? I don't know, because Jerry Lynn able to escape out the back. And now Lynn grabs him. Is he going for a cradle pile driver? Jerry Lynn with the cradle pile driver. Could that be it? Is Rob Van Dam about to be eliminated from this tournament? 1, 2. RVD shoulder up at a count of 2. Barely surviving. Jerry Lynn about a half second away from advancing in this ECW Championship Tournament first round and getting a spot at Barely Legal. As RVD rolls through. And again, Van Dam. RVD in control. Lariat follows it up. Ducks the line. Super kick. And Jerry Lynn able to reverse momentum. Springboard. Misses. Looks like he's trying to grab him for a springboard DDT. But RVD was able to avoid it. Lynn on the outside. Knocked down off the apron by Van Dam was Jerry Lynn. As RVD follows him out and just sends him into the ringside barriers here in the ECW arena. And again, just throwing him around the place is Van Dam. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, no countouts, no disqualifications, but fall must take place inside of the ring. So everything is legal, but the match will only end once inside the ring, unless, of course, it was a Falls Count Anywhere match to take place down in the future. As Van Dam goes for those leg drop again, picking Jerry back up now is Rob. I thought I was going to send back into the ring, but just gorilla pressing him, just dropping him onto the concrete floor. and follows it up with a moonsault, trying to break the ribs of Jerry Lynn, just dropping him on that concrete floor. And a big shoe kick and an elbow. As Van Dam looks to send him head first off the apron. I thought he was going to send him back into the ring. And again, Van Dam just dragging him around ringside. What's he got planned? Sending him into the steel steps at ringside. I believe this is the first use of a weapon we've had tonight. Of course, if you want to include the ringside barriers, as Van Dam just works over Jerry Lynn now. And again, head first off that barrier at ringside. And RVD seems to be enjoying this one. As he's stalking Jerry Lynn. What's he going for here? Oh, cradle pile driver on the concrete floor. Taking a page out of Jerry Lynn's book with that cradle pile driver. Dropping him on the concrete floor. May have broke Jerry Lynn's neck with that one. As Van Dam comes in. Goes for the cover. There's no way Jerry Lynn kicks out with that. 1, 2, 3. And you see it there on your screens, your winner Rob Van Dam advancing in the ECW Championship Tournament, as we take a look at some of the highlights in this one. But that cradle pile driver on the floor, enough from RVD to put away Jerry Lynn and advance, as we see some of the highlights there. The 5-star frog splash, and Jerry Lynn with the cradle pile driver of his own. I mentioned it. Van Dam took a page out of Jerry Lynn's book. Jerry Lynn wasn't able to put it away. And we see that springboard misses. And here's that moonsault onto the outside by Van Dam, as the whole effing show is victorious and advances in the ECW Championship Tournament. We'll find out who Rob Van Dam faces in round 2 at a later date. But let's continue on with tonight's show. ECW continues on with some tag team action as the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon, take on Kaientai DX, of course representing the Blue World Order, as you can see from their t-shirts. Dick Togo in the ring, Men's Teo on the outside, of course, being accompanied by Taka Michinoku. As Togo ducks under neckbreaker on Bubba. And of course we heard Paul Heyman mention the World's Heavyweight title picture and what will be going on in that scene. But we haven't heard about the tag team titles, and you gotta wonder, if one of these two teams were to pick up a win here, would that play a part in Heyman's thinking in the future when it comes to deciding what to do with those tag team titles, as Bubba goes for a big pile driver on Togo. Of course, Dudley Boys, legendary tag team across the world, multi-time tag team champions, not just in ECW, WWE, TNA. They've held gold everywhere. I believe they also held the WCW tag team championships during the Invasion. As Bubba takes control of this match once again, just bringing Togo closer to the Dudley Boys corner. And you gotta wonder, with these ECW rules, of course, being no DQ, no countouts, will having Taka Michinoku on the outside play a part in Kaientai DX getting the victory? As now the Dudley Boys working over Togo, that double flapjack. As Devon now in sends Togo to the corner. Togo with the elbow though, headlock and a big punch. And a big German suplex. And now looking to make a tag, in comes Men's Tail. Now just working over that arm of Devon Dudley. And now stalking him, telling him get up. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, Kaientai X representing BWO, of course, are known as BWO Japan as well as Kaintai DX. And of course, sadly, the original BWO are currently not part of this universe mode because they are not part of the ECW Lives DLC pack. But we still have Kaintai DX carrying the flag for the Blue World Order as Teo gets back to his feet, but dropped down with that flapjack by Devon Dudley. Steve now just dragging him closer to the ropes. I don't know why, but allow Teo to reverse, looking for that double team in the corner. But Devon reversed, sends him into the Dudley's corner, and it's Teo putting the block on this time with that boot. Now men's Teo trying to drag Devon into the Kaintai corner. Snapmare kick across the back, and Devon's pissed. Irish whipping Teo into the corner, and again putting the block on. Neither man can get an advantage. The other has an answer for everything, it seems. Snapmare kick to the back. And now that elbow. It's leaning him against the ropes. Now working over that leg, trying to wear down Devon. Of course, the Dudleys, the bigger guys in this matchup over Kaintai, they do have their size and height advantage. As Togo tags in Devon, trying to crawl his way, does make the tag to Bubba. In comes Bubba. House of Fire drops Togo with that kind of running splash. Clothesline to the Invisible Man. I don't know what Bubba was doing there. Maybe the Invisible Man from GCW made her run in. But let's get back on track. Togo with the sleeper hold, trying to submit Bubba Ray. And a big stunner by Bubba to escape. And Togo puts the block on that running attack by Bubba. And again, Togo with the sleeper hold, locked in. And again, Bubba having to use the stunner to escape. And a big punch right to the head of Togo. And now that big elbow drops him. Cover. 1, 2. And Togo got the shoulder up just in time. I don't know if men's tail was in quick enough to get the break up, even if Togo hadn't have kicked out. As Togo sends Bubba into the corner now. Makes the tag, holding him up, and a big boot to the midsection by Teo. Bubba into the corner now, reverses, and I mentioned Taka being the X Factor on the outside, sliding in that steel chair. Of course, everything is legal here, no DQs. It's why the referee hasn't done anything about it. It is legal, as Bubba just waiting, just standing over men's tail, and grabs him. Bubba cutter, that could be it. But look at Togo distracting the ref on the other side. The ref finally turns around. 1, 2, and that distraction by Togo allowed enough time for men's tail to recover into the corner. And Bubba saying it's over, it's done, this is it. Makes the tag. Bubba picking him up into the powerbomb neckbreaker combo. But Teo able to just quickly crawl to the corner past Devon to make the tag to Togo. Devon was caught sleeping on that one. As Devon sent off over the ropes. And now Togo stalling suplex connects. And now working over the arm into the crossface. Crossface locked in. Will Devon tap? Will the Dudley Boys lose this matchup? Devon able to roll over and escape. and now sent to the outside. And Devon down now, I missed what happened. I went to take a drink of water because my voice is going commentating this great action here tonight. And you gotta believe whoever, if Togo can get back in, he might have the advantage here. And someone got busted open there. Teo got knocked off the ring apron as Devon missed that splash. And now Togo spear into the corner. Now just working over with a choke. And now stomping the back. Togo in control. What's he going for here? Oh, that snapmare stunner out of the corner. Could be enough to put Devon Dudley away. But went for more, and Devon caught him with that boot to the face. And now Devon picking him up, driving down. I believe he calls that saving grace. And maybe get my Devon moves mixed up, but I believe that's what it's called. Bubba in to cut off Teo. DDT on the chair, and the Dudley boys pick up the victory. Bubba Ray, Devon victorious. And as I mentioned earlier, you gotta believe this may change Paul Heyman's views on what to do with the tag team titles, as Bubba Ray, Devon pick up the victory for the Dudley boys. It is main event time here on ECW, the first edition of this universe mode, as Raven takes on Tommy Dreamer in a ECW World Heavyweight Championship first round tournament matchup. And just like earlier, when Rob Van Dam took on Jerry Lynn in the first round, we have another classic ECW feud taking place, and I couldn't think of a better. And like I said, when Lynn and Van Dam faced off, I couldn't think of a better match to open the show. I can't think of a better one to close it than Raven and Dreamer. These two, many classic matchups, many of wars against each other, and they're continuing it on here tonight as Raven squishes Dreamer in the corner. Now Dreamer, what's he got planned here? Fall away slam on Raven. A big kick across the chest as Dreamer drops the elbow now. In control of this one is the innovator of violence, and stomping away and forces Raven to roll out, but Dreamer of course following. Oh, Dreamer just sent Raven head first onto the concrete floor. What has Dreamer got planned now? Working away, punching over Raven is Dreamer. And now Raven sent into the ring. Elbow by Dreamer. Dreamer goes for the cover here. Is that enough to put away Raven? I don't think so, and it is not. Gonna need to do a lot more to keep a competitor like Raven down, as Dreamer fired up, but may have wasted too much time because Raven's up, and I should say, as Raven only able to get a 1 count, if not even that. And now Raven trying to slow the pace down, just working over Dreamer with those big boots, and then brings him in with a lariat, drops him, and Raven, he feels like we need to take this to the extreme. As what's he got planned here? What is he looking for under the ring? We get a sledgehammer brought in, but Dreamer able to cut it off. Cut Raven off before he could use it. And again, Raven bulldogged out of the corner. And now Dreamer looking to drop him with that pile driver. And that could be enough. That could be enough to put Raven down. But Dreamer doesn't think so. But Raven able to reverse. And now it's Dreamer just pushing Raven off him. And what's Dreamer got planned here? Sends Raven to the outside, crashing down onto that concrete floor. As Raven with that hip toss. It's hard to see with this camera angle in the arena with the lights hanging down what exactly is happening, but Raven still in control. Sends Dreamer into the ring. Quickly follows him back in as he's stalking him, setting him up. Is he going to go for the even flow DDT? Yes, he is. Raven, even flow connects. That could be it. The even flow DDT used by Raven has put away so many competitors in the past. Will it be enough to put away Dreamer here? 1, 2, and Dreamer 2.9. You gotta believe a split second. Not even just so close to being eliminated from this tournament. As Raven now goes back to the sledgehammer and going to work on the legged Dreamer. He has enough of the sledgehammer. Throws the hammer to the outside. Because Raven has a different weapon in mind, a different plan to punish Dreamer as he brings the ladder into play now. But Dreamer following him out. Raven took too long to get the ladder out from under the ring. Now it's Dreamer in control, working over Raven on the floor here. Working over the leg, trying to take the leg out of Raven. And a big left hand and a big right, and I believe Raven may have landed head first onto the ladder, crushing his head onto the ladder as Dreamer tombstone or pile driver on the concrete floor. We've seen RVD advance in the tournament with a cradle pile driver on the floor against Jerry Lynn already tonight. Dreamer must have been watching that match, must have seen it, and put the move to use himself as he sent Raven headfirst off the apron, busting Raven open, but Raven back in on this one, just trading blows, bumping now on the floor. Dreamer seems to have got the better of that striking exchange, but Raven with the boot to the midsection, chop blocked, and a punch by Dreamer, and another one. Dreamer just shooting with punches. Raven with a big punch of his own, and a big elbow that time as Raven now sends Dreamer back inside of the ring. I thought Raven was about to go up top, but he's just going around the other side. Misses with the stomp. As Raven now dropped with that reverse DDT. And the Innovator Violence goes for the cover. 1, 2, 2 count only, says the referee. As Dreamer picks him up. What's he got planned? Ducks under DDT. Plants Raven with the DDT. Spiking him head first. Cover. 1, 2, 3. My count was off because my computer kind of like froze for a second. I thought that was a 1 count. But Dreamer got the 3 count anyway. I may be in a bit of a head. But Tommy Dreamer advances to round 2 of this title tournament, and that is all we've got time for here on this edition of ECW. Tune back in same time next week for more Extreme Championship Wrestling as Tommy Dreamer ends the show with the victory.